That brings us to a third suspect, Henry Stafford, Duke of Buckingham, a powerful nobleman and initially a staunch supporter of King Richard III. Buckingham had his own ambitions. Some suggest he acted independently, perhaps hoping to gain favour or control the throne himself. He had access to the Tower and may have decided that removing the boys would destabilise Richard's position and open a path to power. If that was his plan, however, obviously it failed tragically. He later rebelled against Richard and was executed. Now for the twist. What if the boys weren't murdered at all? What if they escaped? Several claimants emerged in the years that followed, most famously Perkin Warbeck, who claimed to be Richard, Duke of York. Warbeck gained support across Europe, including from Margaret of Burgundy, the boys' aunts. He was eventually captured and executed by King Henry VII, who maintained he was a fraud. But Warbeck's poise, his influence in court life, and his ability to win royal backing has led some people, like Philippa Langley, to wonder, could he have been the real prince? I have done a review on this theory on my history channel, so go check that out. If I'm being completely honest, it's just so far-fetched, I just don't even think it's possible. Well, I don't think it's probable. It is possible, but I don't think it's probable. In 1674, nearly 200 years later, workers at the Tower of London uncovered a wooden chest beneath a staircase. Inside were the bones of 2 children. King Charles II ordered them to be buried in Westminster Abbey in an urn, under the assumption that they were indeed the lost princes. In 1933, the bones were examined. The conclusion? The skeletons were consistent with 2 boys around the right ages. But the analysis was basic by today's standards. There was no DNA testing, no forensic reconstruction. To this day, the British monarchy has refused requests to exhume the remains for modern testing. Why? Is it simply tradition and respect for the dead? Or is there a deeper reason not to confirm the truth? As with so many royal scandals, what we have is a tangle of silence, rumour, and political convenience. What we do know is this: Edward V and Richard of Shrewsbury were the legitimate heirs to the throne. They entered the Tower of London in 1483, and they were never seen again. Whether they were murdered by their uncle, quietly eliminated by a new regime, or removed and hidden in secret, the fate of the princes remains a chilling reflection of the brutal politics of the time. It's easy to romanticise royalty, but the story of the princes in the Tower reminds us behind the jewels and pageantry lies ambition, betrayal, and sometimes unspeakable crime.